Sorry. So now I just finished the quest, and I'm going to meet the requester.
In a hurry.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He dead?
Geralt, over here. Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treat.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time.
And a great spice to use in
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many... like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
So you rob? In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say...
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt, you don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate.
You actually control time? Or
What difference does it make?
a big one?
Let us say time has always fascinated.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width?
So,
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost...
was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall
Yeah,
fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand." That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How was it your...
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quick.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of...
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it.
Hold there!
Your friend, the medic. She were here.
Thanks.
Did you see?
No stranger to the
Bloke
bottle.
literally dropped dead.
He was there, alive, a moment ago.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he
Good
fainted.
sir,
Fainted? He's
what do
soaked
you
in
want
blood!
to be? Witcher in the house. No wonder folk are dropping. Cursed and exed.
The witch hunters.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't.
Shani,
Geralt,
what happened? Somebody break in?
this? No,
What? When? Where to?
not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving.
I didn't know I would be. Found... 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down, just say no.
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill...
Can't you reconsider and stay?
Geralt, what for? The wedding, the time we spent together, it was nice. But you have your life and I have mine.
Well,
You too, Geralt.
so, learn...
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Pramathine Shakeslog, claims Olgierd von Everec met with the professor. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes.
The professor, where like...
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy...
Mage hunters at the door.
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say, the assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't...
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to...
Need to talk.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the Academy.
Guards have never stopped me, you know that.
Wound these? Besides, we might run into a friend.
So how are things at the Academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Halt! By order of King Radovid.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how...
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever...
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the...
Bruno, eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not that.
All right. But alone. which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guard...
Agreed.
All right, let me in. Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakesock's house is at... Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home.
All right. Be see...
Look, is this? Intruder! Get it!
What? Lost your nerve?
I will kill! Get it from both sides! Shoot it! I will kill you!
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe? Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone looking at it scream. Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons. Dusty as they come.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock.
Who the blazes? How'd you get it? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand?
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
No one sent me.
You lie. I may be blind, but I sense unclean powers better than anyone.
I'm a witcher.
A mutant.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric.
Came here because I need information. Think...
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures, under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrolls,
Bad, I must kill.
Yeah, I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims. Seemingly harmless contracts.
What's with the surroundings?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
Told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me and explained he drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Know anything else about them?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born...
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him?
Brilliant deduction. Have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
Okay, so Olgierd sacrificed his brother first, and then he gonna repay. So repay with his wife.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. Odin acts directly or indirectly.
Olgierd tell you what?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of Odim? He'd gotten what he...
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. Odim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference. Die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact.
Meaning?
Odin wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake.
Odim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless...
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Ah, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in...
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Wasn't me who chose it.
I assumed so. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
I think she loved you. Meant this as a token of that love.
She loved me. After all that's passed. Iris. What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though the hot irons pierce my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. So glad to see everyone's made. How do you feel, Von Everett? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Boss, you cheated me.
I never cheat.
Wait.
Do not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
You wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
What do you propose we play? Gwent?
Don't know. Maybe we can bet on a challenge. You know I'm good at accomplishing the impossible. Seen me do it.
Very well. But we shall do this my way.
What's happening?
You wish to play, so let us play. I shall tell you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free.
And if I don't?
Then we'll all 3 go.
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, Elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me, what am I?
Didn't quite catch the riddle.
To all things and men I abbot. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane. But no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep. Smile and I too shall grin.
You're going down.
This baby.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just remember, you must find me before time runs out.
Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world, my rules.
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo? Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep. Smile and I too shall grin. Damn it, what are you?
Don't leave me here! Help me! Help! Geralt! Save me!
Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
I can't believe you fell for that. Really, Geralt? Unable to resist a few shiny coins? I truly expected more of you. Especially since time is short.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Children and young folk like swings. Could be scary to old folk too. Doesn't fit the other verses though. To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane. But no blow can harm me, cause me pain. What could that be?
Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. As I see it, you will never fall.
A family tomb. To all I appertain, by some am shunned and disdained. Wouldn't match much else in the riddle, though.
Repeat the riddle.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin.
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you? Point for me.
Doing that forever.
Care to wager on it?
I'll still get you.
So you say, yet I wait and wait and nothing.
Gotta be some mirror here you won't shatter.
Seek and ye shall find. Perhaps. Game over.
What? This really game over.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just remember, you must find me before time runs out. is it about swords that turns men into utter fools when they see one for the taking? Through howling winds, pouring rain, with their life hanging by a thread. Which reminds me, time is running out.
Children delight in children. To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane. But
Oh,
no blow can
awful.
harm me, cause me pain.
You're doing it.
What could that be?
Remember, always give up. As I see it, you will never find me. Never.
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you? Point for me.
Doing that forever.
Care to wager on it?
I'll still get you.
So you say, yet I wait and wait.
Gotta be some mirror here you won't shatter.
Perhaps.
Wonder how it'll shatter a sheet of water.
Doing that forever.
Care to wager on it?
There was water here once. Maybe there's a way to bring it back. There was water here once. Maybe there's a way to bring it back. Rushing water behind this wall. Break down the wall and the water will rush through here. Gotcha.
Cerco di ammonighe. Ara. Sede. Ma.
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks. Wine's revived me a bit.
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank vintage. You know what, though? It's good at last to taste something real. So, have at it. Your brand's gone. Guessing that's a good sign?
First off, you tell me what it's like.
You feel no fear, no angst, but also no concern, no care for anyone. And gradually, you lose them.
What about your senses? Taste?
All there. At first, I savoured the world like never before.
How's that possible?
I did not wish for a heart of stone. That was a mere... I wished to win back Iris's hand and have my fortune restored. And then to live like that. And thus I lived until I see... What a joy to be done with it. Because I am...
O'Dim decided to have some fun at my expense. Devised a game. Seems he'd forgotten the training you put me through in doing the undoable.
So only to protect myself. In doing so, I put you in.
Well, don't have to worry about him anymore.
I thank you. Though I've no notion what to... Mira took everything.
Not true. Got your heart back.
A bitter victory. Now, I have a heart again. Yet all it feels is grit.
Can't say I envy you. Is this...
Oh, Actually, I have a better idea. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you... I have something for you.
Can't accept this.
You can, and must. This saber's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
You needn't be. I thank you again, Geralt.
Good luck to you too.
But I want to fight that demon again.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the...
Milton de Peyrac Peyran and Palmerin de Lawnfall. Good to see you both.
Be assured, we share your joy. You must forgive us our... surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon here.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric...
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for them.
They's a coming!
Hear that? You're bent.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Search your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or...
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the heron.
By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
Lost your nerve? What? Lost your nerve?
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we did.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now, our present. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the star-crossed city's most...
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify...
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster?
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses... bodies...
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite...
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in...
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Beast wields black magic.
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed it.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast...
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or...
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the...
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's...
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic... I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be...
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post-haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint! Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
For my lady!
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements?
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt... At any rate, it's a tale for more...
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck... The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any...
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent.
Hey-ya! Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kid.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one? They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around, make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Got guests. Careful. Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Silk kerchief. Monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen. Which direction they took.
Seems we've got ourselves an...
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet. Of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the...
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed.
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his...
Foes. You have a lot of them?
He did. But I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
Knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times.
Hey! Don't you step on me!
Say her Grace has called in someone to tend to the beast. Kill her. What? With no lights brave enough? Of course we have.
The water is
looking
home
for
for
help.
traders, smugglers,
Good coin to be made.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of...
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see.
We would be honored if you would join us.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard. But all I caught was...
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by a...
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hair than...
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with...
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's love.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke. Sat...
Ask Geralt, please. Or we shall be here till
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut.
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me.
What did you see? Be warned, if I hear the sky was red...
I saw a head bobbing.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town, fast as my legs would take me. They had a hard horn. The parts were so...
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart.
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his house...
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard...
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must...
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the...
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs, where they were defenders of...
Why, you...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preach.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger.
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honored...
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Top.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty.
Some sort. Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Garden.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions until...
Oh, dear fellow, with a fish of... no.
Could replace them with something else.
Replace crayfish with fish, I beg you. What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for thyme?
Show me... Not likely to taste your famous fisherman's chowder.
Oh, dear fellow, with a fish hook like that, you must have your pick of the ladies. Greetings. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks.
Down, good steeds. They come back to pour wine down their peasant gullets and start toys.
Giddy up. Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Massacred by a vampire. Gotta be. Not an Ekimara, though, or a flutter. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Went deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the... No, Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. So, murderer was clearly a... But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victim.
Fiercely in your name and fiercely ask your permission to so do.
My permission, thus I grant you, sir.
The Camerlengo best not be late with my pen.
The giant belched forth the roar so horrid.
Good man! I need a fresh set of shoes for my mount. Promptly.
At your service, sir. The racing model is one hammer. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate...
What have you got there? Care for a quick...
Enfield Vanity Band. Music to a smithy's ears.
crowned!
Let's see. No, you're busy. Need to speak to the Duchess.
All right, you scamps. Story's done.
But Sir Palmerine, what about the story of Ritik and the...
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the Master Witcher who lent his father.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, you can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry...
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmaar? With some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail on it.
I saw a spectacle of the sort at the arena in Nuremberg. There, a knight defeated a Shaelmaar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shaelmaar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shaelmaar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd? Plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this. Damn it. We have to help him. Gotta keep it down.
The Witcher give fight. It's plans.
gods! Son of witches and sire! And set fire to the wood! Nothing in this world can come to any good! Was all in the months was the victor, the North shall have come! The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the...
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return...
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But whatever would he be? Come, we must...
Your honor.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsmen
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco.
No, a Bruxa, a kind of vampire, not the beast.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no...
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless... Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's...
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's...
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before... How'd it start?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till...
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers... He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone...
So it seems.
Second murder.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at...
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed...
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came...
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times, knights face new...
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir Delacroix.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer...
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly... In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear... At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom,
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of
honor, compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly.
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny... Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced...
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite them. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not... Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Alert! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
banquets and wine.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, we can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. We've no time. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish.
Golden fish. Do I need a raw?
Please, Garrett. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply...
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn it. Turns around, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other Phoenix Egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
All is in order. If one were to call a state courageous or cowardly.
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell
Roach
you.
won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Almost had it. Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn. Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe? Damn, doesn't have a sweet tooth. Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse. An apple. Yum yum. Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
What the blazes?
It's...
What a scoundrel!
But my, is he manly?
Is that not counter to the rules?
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in might, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb?
Don't cry, dear. The Duchess will hear of this.
This is an outrage.
Stable holds golden fish God's wishes. What would you suggest?
Always. The light is positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing. But precisely.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease.
Mice and cheese. Palace pantry, maybe?
No, the hare is obliged to hide here in the gardens. Look, if we take Rome, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one...
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Kill again. You're ugly.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration.
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you...
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the...
So you being here, it's no...
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Dettlaff. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your...
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... How would you humans put it? More bestial than I.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat, or a...
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and no... He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the...
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe it.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans can't...
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, inventing his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more.
Well, we share a cause then. Just like...
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is...
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is...
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray.
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they try...
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work.
allow the Witcher...
Good hunting to you, Witcher. We're relying on your mastery of your craft.
Here in Beauclair, also roasted pear.
Eat,
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just...
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the... I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful none. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you. Thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide...
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually...
I wonder what for.
They come when our culture is threatened by means also cultural protection.
Did you guess, sir? Wipe your boots before you take another step. Don't slurp your food. Don't eat with your hands. Don't pick your teeth with your knife.
What?
Oh, I'm just jesting. You, sir, clearly were not born in a barn. Welcome to the pheasant.
I know you're busy.
Drink and be merry. Thus spake the prophet Lebioda. Hesse, our sweet shining sun.
Whoa! A witcher! A serious client at last. Tell me, what do you need?
Show me what you... In the mood for a round of Gwen?
times, my good fellow. And now I shall drink.
Greetings, brave hero. I am
I'm Geralt. So,
I pay the knights errant.
for what?
Our knights wander the roads protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a cap...
Wouldn't mind a glance at your... Can't help but be curious, but where do
The ducal treasury, of course. Her last... It is her stack... Pardon me. Financial company.
Wouldn't happen.
A fruitful hunt. Do you like it?
Lac Vie. Might be worth looking into. Somebody needs an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating.
Now drink us something.
Can't afford a barber.
Nice tune.
So much to explore.
Scrapings around here. At least the weather's pleasant.
Disperse! The exhibition of the
Knights,
Reginald
cloth,
Dahlgrim.
wine.
Please disperse! The
What's this about?
Oh, Lapiote, give me strength. I can't bear this, please! I believe I've been clear. No. Oh, wait! Are you not that famous witcher, Geralt of Rivia? I believe
Saw your notice. Mentioned them.
the matter is a delicate one, but mind you, I pay well. Alas, I can say no more.
The statue. Just
A picture's worth 1,000 words. More, I dare say. Here it is. Our pride and joy, Reginald Dahlgrim. A jack. How should I put this? It's
somebody stole the testicles off a statue.
no ordinary statue, mind you. The sole monument made using a cast of the great Reginald. Sprung directly from his loins, they grant all who stroke them unparalleled virility. Thus, you must reach.
Got my attention. Now tell me.
There's so much to tell. Legend has it. In particular, Reginald took great pains to devise escape routes for lovers caught with their pants down. He later made frequent use of them himself. Not out of fear, mind you, but to avoid having to kill his rivals in duels.
Got any suspects?
Considering the vast potency of Reginald's prized pouch, everyone's a suspect. Who would not?
Any idea when the
It must have been mere hours ago. I guided the last group through the exposition.
Need to look around.
Do what you must, as long as you return grasping Reginald's stones. Without them, Beauclair's. Worry, Reginald, don't worry. You shall be whole again soon. It will all work out. It must.
Greetings and welcome, sir.
Show me wait. Care for a round of Gwen?
Leifrig, Sprein, from me he would everything by.
What a brute.
I've 3 doublets, none of which are suitable.
Von der Schott, welcome.
Herbs.
Shortcuts. Be careful you do not trample any herbs. A returning customer is...
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf.
Geralt of Rivia.
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I...
Heard of them. Never seen any
Grandmaster
go.
level.
Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Toussaint. Alas, they then perished, but I know where.
If you know where to look, why not get them your...
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, no, I rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters.
All these diagrams somehow...
Tusa was once home to Tien Sail, a legendary and...
Heard about him. Supposed to...
And thus he charged the king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult...
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look?
As it happens, I learned what he told me. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In
This elven master, how'd he end up taking a human?
My father forged armor. As a youngster, I helped him, then began forging my own pieces. Master Tien Sail saw my work. Only now, years on, do I realize. Alas, my master perished in a massacre later, slain by racists. Though he taught me everything he knew, I did not manage. I know I have no equal in the trade. Yet, until I complete Witcher armor of...
Where do I look for these...
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school. Of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore.
Let's talk about...
A year ago, but... You see, at the time, he was working on new armor for the Duke...
The diagram you saw, was it really...
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after...
Tell me about my brother.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint.
What kind of danger did he mean?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termis.
The Griffin.
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped off. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he...
Any idea where he...
No. It said he left in a rush, so he may have left something.
Tell me more about...
He appeared shortly after Master Tien Sail took me on as his apprentice.
Witchers never had...
True. This one clearly was not wealthy. But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed the contract. Time passed. The bear never showed. And my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out...
School of the Manticore. Probably know the least about it. Though once, long ago, wore some armor for it.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the Far East. A century passed, one of their number came to him. Oh, he made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarf, and Tien Sail slammed the door in his face. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say Bastoy prison, where he was held, well, it's...
What do you have on? Would you craft something for...
Of course.
Fair.
Good luck.
As patron this year, Lady Vivienne de Tabry. Valiant knights from all corners of the world will vie for the title. Welcome, good sir.
Show me. Instead of...
Not find anything better in all Toussaint. Best steed.
Show me. Think you could...
What? His master?
Farewell.
No, see you later.
Are the Seren... Master Witcher, what luck to...
Got work for me? New contract?
Of the contract in question, you acquitted yourself beautifully. I was in a bit of a bind at the time, do you remember? Yet I swore a solemn...
Guess it rings a bell.
Sadly, you went on your way before I could settle matters with you. So, I took your coin and placed it in...
What kind?
A savings account at Cianfanelli Bank. You need but walk in and withdraw. The sum must be right.
Thanks. Head over there first chance I get. Gotta stop by that bank.
The best of...
Up for a wrap?
Yes, kind sir.
Your boots could use some...
Witcher, after prime urgency and import.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to...
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some...
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was...
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think...
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled that... Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of an...
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our...
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not... I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool.
sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Notice any other strange...
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days with an... Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to... I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to...
This tourney...
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to... A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship, and fence. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for... Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. I have comrades I can ask. They would surely lend me coin, yet even that would not be enough. I have comrades I can ask. Agreed. That is an amount I can eat.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do...
Come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Hit the red target. Once more.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
Let's do some riding.
Excellent idea. Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponents.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now. Good tidings? Greetings, Geralt. All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest, and during the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now, you may...
Run, Roach.
Will you give it another go? I can set out more...
Had enough.
Where to now?
Train trained enough, I think.
She's not mine. Not yet. Now, you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your... Good tidings?
Sir de Perac Parandet, proud and mighty foe.
At last!
Stocks and the vehicle.
The North must be terrible.
I pledge my love to
Eat,
win the
drink,
tourney
and be merry.
with your name
Thus
on my
take the
lips.
profit,
But what
Leviota.
if another knight proves victorious?
Welcome, welcome.
Bisuk. A round of...
sister.
Welcome, well.
A round of... Greetings. Want to join the...
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you...
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that?
here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the ducal Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion.
That's actually right. The Honorable Ravix.
You may now take the shield bearing...
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever...
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney.
In that case...
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you...
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them.
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, with a horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way, all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Convenient. Gonna come right out.
The winner of each contest shall Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only... Her illustrious highness had it brought all...
You say something about...
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most...
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to...
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow.
Don't feel like making...
Custom allows even for this possibility. May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fit...
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration.
Geralt, well, I'll be...
All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the 22?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Rainfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago.
Guessing that's against the rule.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. I foretell the timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in...
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner,
Never turned down a round of...
I congratulate you. We shall swap as agreed. We've passed the time rather nicely. Lady Vivian should appear forthwith.
Good luck.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test the...
Behold Horm Akispark of the... Against him new blood, a knight up. Seraphics of Forhorn, give us a bow! The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man win. Seraphic has hit over one half of his marks. Will he manage to prevail? Are these glories fast sparks? Seraphix has won! His boat struck the goal! Yet even this can...
Your prize, sir. A crossbow.
Thank you, my lady. Would you tell me about the other prize?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to...
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the door.
In that case, we've no time to lose.
Yeah, that...
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone...
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure where Beast left the ointment, just that it's big. Powerful magic at work here.
Thou hast dove's eyes within thy looks.
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme. Oriole feather. Keep a bird as a pet? No sign of it here, if so. Bruxay tend to be fond of birds.
Someone approaches. Quickly!
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here.
Maybe I should stop here. Okay, bye bye.